Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is Friday, October the 6th, 2023. And we have a truck that is for a gentleman in Racine, Virginia. Whoops, you would think that's Racine, Wisconsin, but it's Racine, Virginia. So um, this is a video so that he can see the actual condition of the truck in as much as that's possible without him actually being here. Now, this Honda is faded because it's blue. Blue trucks always get faded and chalky, but a nice waxing will remedy that if you just um, use wax, or you could use buffing compound, but wax would do it, and then it would look really nice. But I'm going to show every little ding, dent, bruise, tear in the seat, things like that I can find, because then he will have a good idea of the actual condition without him actually being here in person. Being here in person is always the best, right? Because you get to see it, touch it, sit in it, drive it. But this is a good proxy, and we have a 100% successful track record. I've never shown up to a long distance delivery, meaning they've not seen it in person yet. I've never shown up to a long distance delivery and had the person say, "Oh, I'm disappointed. That's not what I had in mind." That's never occurred because we take such great care to video fastidiously and be thorough communicators. And so that's 100% successful track record means that the way that we're communicating is effective. So that said, this is a 1991 Honda ACTY. It is a four-wheel drive, 5-speed, with 11,771 miles. And so that's amazing. Let's check this thing out. 11,771 miles. So yeah. Now it does have a crack in the seat there. All right, so I'm going to be very, um, you know, so that's one thing we look at when they say 11,000, but that actually agrees with that. And we check the mileage. We really do check the mileage very carefully. The auctions actually check it very carefully. They have a very reliable verification system at the auctions. That's number one. Number two, yeah, people say, well, it's got to be a 6-digit odometer. Maybe, maybe not. I guess that doesn't hurt. But the condition of the truck, particularly that clutch pedal and that brake pedal, need to agree. The truck shouldn't be beat up. But, so those are things that we look for. So now let's go ahead and let's look for this said damage, especially having 12,000 miles on it. We have a ding right there. A front bumper actually looks pretty nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let's look around the perimeter of the windshield. Antenna is broken. Now the door. Coming down the door pillar. Boy, we have a beautiful door. Just a scratch there. Good looking door. Good looking door. Let's look underneath here. Looking good. The bedside has several dings, but no rust damage, just dings. And you can see, ding, 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 ding. But there's touch-up paint on some of these dings that the owner was concerned about. And that's to preserve things, not to cover things up. There's the frame. That looks really remarkable. They call it a unibody, but still, that is effectively your frame. This is a Honda thing. That's how you engage and disengage your four-wheel drive. Very few people know this, but right there is a lock nut, and then you turn that to engage it in four-wheel drive and two-wheel drive. So if you've never used four-wheel drive, you can follow those instructions. And but look at the condition of that. That, guys, is nothing short of remarkable. That's the 11,771 mile verification system. That right there. Look at that. Nice, nice. Look under there, too. Yep, that's the stuff we look for. All right. This is in very, very good condition. I mean, it has some surface rust, but that's it. A couple holes. You can see I had a toolbox mounted there, but no dents in the ribbing at all. That is remarkable. The tailgate is dinged up. It probably has several dings. Lots of dings. This bedside is not as bad, but it also has dings. Probably five dings. One there, one there, one there, one there, there. This is your antifreeze overflow tank. Actually, in good condition. On Hondas, that's a Honda thing. Sometimes those get sun damaged. But that one is not sun damaged. Boy, look under here. Isn't that amazing? That is incredible. Okay. We do have a dent right there. Honestly, that should be removable with a suction cup. So, boy, I would really like to give that a try, because I have one said suction cup. All right. Would you remind me if I forget? Say, hey, Tony, would you see if you can remove that dent? And I would definitely give it my very best. You heat it first with a heat gun, not melt the paint, but you warm it up and then pull the dent. And that may very well be successful. Coming down here, so we also have a crease right there and a dent right there. All right, so now let's open the door and look at the inside. You can see here that it looks really good underneath. And it also looks really good underneath there. You can tell that this had a passenger in it because their foot rested and rubbed, just scuffed the paint off over time. There's underneath the floor mat. Looks really nice. Little surface rust right there. No rust through underneath. Okay. The seat looks good. Now we're going to lift this up and look underneath. I don't know what that is. The jack, the toolkit is under there, behind the jack. That's your windshield washer tank. And a nice little pocket. All right, now let's open the driver's door. Same thing. The side of the foot resting while they drive. This is just surface rust here. Surface rust there where they get in, getting in and out, and just, rubbing. Here is the damage on the driver's seat. It is split. It does have a vent. If you want fresh air while you're driving, you do that. And here's the bottom of the door. You can see what kind of shape that's in. And this is just surface rust. That's not rust through. That is not rust through. That's just surface rust. There's the underneath. This looks really good underneath there. Beautiful. Okay. And there's the door. Just some sun bleaching effect. You can see, that it had the sun taking its effect. All right, let's take this for a drive. Hondas turn such an amazingly sharp turn. They really do. And that is kind of ironic for me because I used to think, oh, you'll pay a price with a Honda on the turn radius. And, oh, thank goodness. I did not run that squirrel over. And so, but you don't pay a price with the turn radius on a Honda. They turn one of the tightest turns there are, and they're always in four-wheel drive. So Honda definitely has incredible engineering capacity. That's all I'll say. Everything Honda touches has always turned to gold. I mean, but that's true with Toyota, which is Daihatsu, and so and the others. Suzuki's are incredible mini trucks. Mitsubishi's. So really, the Japanese make a good internal combustion engine. Let's just put it that way. All right, so now we're going to go around this corner, and now we're getting up to 100 kilometers per hour, which is 62 miles per hour, and it feels fantastic. No issues, and it just feels great. It really, really does. All right, so now we're going to cut a U-turn here and go back up that hill and test the power. Fourth gear. I have an aftermarket shifter knob for whatever reason. It kind of spins when you shift, meaning the white knob, it rotates. So it's not unscrewed. That's just how it is. Aha! That's the problem. It's not really the right knob. So that's one thing I'm not crazy about. We're in fifth gear, and this is really doing well up that steep hill. But look at what I'm doing now. I'm at 28 kilometers per hour in fifth gear, which is crazy to be in fifth gear up a steep hill, guys, at what was effectively 17 miles per hour, 30 kilometers per hour, and now we're increasing in speed still in fifth gear. So, why is that important? That is an indication of good compression, of good horsepower. That is exactly what we want to see when we're climbing this hill in fifth gear with, starting at a slow speed. So good on this truck. It has excellent compression, and that is how we define a successful test drive. And it does so well. It just feels great really trucking down that hill at 60 miles an hour. That's important, is how does it feel going 60? And it has such low mileage. I will tell you, this mileage is legitimate. But when you say, oh, it has 12,000 miles, sometimes you wonder, really? Is that true? Yes, I've owned over 6,000 mini trucks, and I can tell instantly, if it is not authentic. In other words, some people say, well, it might have 119,000 kilometers. It would be such a piece of garbage if it was. It would be so, it just wouldn't have the telltale signs like I pointed out during the video of a fresh low mileage truck. So this was probably used on a farm, their commuter vehicle, run to town real quick maybe, but very little. But primarily, I would say this was used on somebody's homestead in Japan. So successful. Oh, and the power. If this had 119,000 kilometers, there's no way it would have done what it did going up that hill. That's the big one. That and the condition under the bed. That was a big one. And the clutch pedal wasn't worn out. If it was super high mileage, it would be toast. And the truck could just be a disaster. But anyway, so we've serviced the truck with full synthetic oil. We checked all the fluids. We test drove it. If the heat didn't work, we fixed it. If the clutch was bad, we replaced it. If it didn't run properly at normal operating temperature, we fixed that. If the four-wheel drive didn't work, we fixed that. We've never had four-wheel drive brake on a Honda, ever. That's the only mini truck I can say that about. Does that mean only buy a Honda? By all means, no. It does not mean that. It just means what it means. We've never had four-wheel drive brake on a Honda. And we provide you with a title. We got the law passed in North Carolina making mini trucks street legal. Governor Cooper signed our bill into law. Deanna Ballard, our state senator, and Sarah Stevens, our state house representative, were axiomatic in helping us get that legislation presented to the North Carolina House and Senate. We testified, and it passed, and Governor Cooper signed it. So you will receive a title. There's no extra charge. We don't charge a title fee, a doc fee, a prep fee, what else do they call those scams? I don't know, prep fee, and all different clever names to make it seem like there's a legitimate reason for charging you more money. There is no extra fee. If we say this truck is, $7,400, that is all you pay. It includes a synthetic oil change, new air filter, new oil filter. Whatever was wrong has been repaired. It includes the title. And the only thing it doesn't include is the delivery, right? So we charge $250 a mile one way. So if you're 100 miles away, it's $250. For those who've already bought the truck, you're still on our old rate. $250 went into effect yesterday, the 5th of October. And we also charge for air filters. Oh, those are very important. So you may want to get a handful of air filters. They're $20 a piece, so they're affordable, but they are of paramount importance, and you cannot get them locally. Another thing, we have 280 trucks in our inventory. So, consider asking us if you don't see something on the website. Ask us, hey, do you have this? This is really what I'm looking for. I didn't see it on your website. And mini trucks generally don't have air conditioning. They're made for work, not for comfort. The Japanese made them with work utilitarian purposes in mind, not for accoutrements. You will almost never see a mini truck with AC. Subscribe. Would you please subscribe to our channel and hit notification? I really would appreciate it because it helps us with our search analytics, and it also benefits you because then you will be able to say, hey, they just got a shipment in and that's the truck I'm looking for, and then give us a call. Our telephone number is 336-777-9957, and our email address is sales@mayberryminitrucks.com, and our website is mayberryminitrucks.com. Isn't that beautiful? Well, maybe not that so much, but check that out. I mean, this is like Americana. Look at that. That is incredible. Thanks for watching our video, guys.